Great. Okay, we're on. Welcome everybody to Golden Drop. I'm Tamara Scott from Miss Beatty's Covers, and Sharon's asked me to take this Zoom call today, so I'm really excited, and thanks so much for you guys that are on here. I see some familiar faces. Thank you. So just before we get started, I just want to say we're not diagnosing, we're not prescribing. We're just oil enthusiasts that love to share and love to educate, and that's what we're doing today. So I'm just sharing my own knowledge and experience, and that's it. Take what you will. So today I wanted, well, Sharon just kind of said, do what you want. So I wanted to talk about my favorite oil at this moment in time, which is Siberian Fir. Sorry, I don't have a lot of light in here, but hopefully you can see that. And we love Siberian Fir in our house. It's one of those oils that I really just wasn't even on my radar until about 4 or 5 months ago. Just one of those that was sitting in my my box of oils, just wanting me to pay attention to it. And it was one of those days we had builders in the house, we had a plumber in the house, we had a plasterer in the house, we were redoing a bathroom upstairs, and it was a bit of a mess. Can you hear me okay? I think it's, oh. Okay, I'll keep going then. So it was a bit of a mess. I'm not a perfectionist, but I do like things just so. Can you see my little one in the back seat, totally asleep? So, and it was getting a little bit on top of me. And so I went to my oils and I thought, right, I need to do something, something more than maybe like my Serenity and my Balance and my Wild Orange. And Fisher's here as well to say hi. Hi. And Siberian Fir popped out to me. So I took that, breathed that in, diffused that with Wild Orange, and immediately I felt my anxiety level decrease and my mood brighten. And it just kind of spread throughout the house. And so that was my first real experience with Siberian Fir back in probably August. And we had the kids home from school. So it was just, everybody was able to benefit from that. And since then, I have fallen in love with this oil. So let's talk about Siberian Fir a little bit. Where does it originate? It's from Canada and Russia. And the main constituent of this oil is, and I'm not very good at pronouncing this, but it's boronal acetate, okay? So that makes it fall under the ester category, which goes along with lavender, bergamot, jasmine, wintergreen, what are the other ones? Roman chamomile, arborvitae, helichrysum. So it just kind of gives you an idea of where that oil falls and what you might be able to glean from that essential oil on its own. This oil is distilled, it's steam distilled from the twigs and the needles to create that aroma. And then we know as well, just from the type of oil it is, what we find in it, that it's going to create that balance feeling, that it's going to soothe your moods, take away some anxiety, just promote that feeling of calm. And it does reduce the appearance of blemishes as well, which is always fun to know. On top of that though, I really like this oil because it's one of those that I can reach to, and I'm going to turn the heat down in here. It's not, I mean, we all love lavender, right? But not all the guys want lavender all the time. So Siberian Fir is definitely one of those that I would recommend for the man in your life, or even if you're not really a floral person, Siberian Fir is a great substitute for that. It is really calming. I've diffused it before at bedtime along like Balance. It diffuses really well with Balance and Citrus Bliss as well. So it just has that different aroma if you don't want to smell like lavender. Or it's also really great for soothing aching muscles and aches and pains. So you can rub it on topically with some fractionated coconut oil, and use it maybe like you would a peppermint oil or the wintergreen or deep blue. Sorry, deep blue. So it works that way as well. If your husband maybe doesn't want to smell like an Altoid all the time, Siberian fir would be a great substitute for that too. It's also really great in supporting your cellular system and your immune system. So you can take this internally in a veggie cap. So one thing that we know is our world is just filled with toxins all the time now. And this oil will promote and encourages cellular rejuvenation. So when all those toxins are around and it starts to block the receptors around our cells, then our cells can't communicate between each other. And then our bodies don't produce the chemicals and the hormones that it should. And we need to clean all that out. And this would help. And obviously we know that doTERRA essential oils are also cell selective. So it's just helping those cells that are unhealthy. It's leaving the healthy cells just fine and dandy on their own. So little tips that this Christmas, we're always looking for little gift ideas, aren't we? And at the moment, I'm not sure, is it the same in the States? Did you guys have the ornaments and the set and the oil as like a little Christmas gift? So we had that in the UK, and it sold out, unfortunately, but I have some customers that, because it was such a cute little idea, it got them intrigued with Siberian fir and got Siberian fir into their house, which I was really excited about. So you can totally put this on those little ornaments, or a great idea is to do your own salt dough ornaments. We kind of do crafty things on Christmas Eve or on the run up to Christmas when the kids are home. So some salt dough ornaments, and pop some Siberian fir on there. So what I was going to mention is, obviously we know white fir. We had white fir a couple years ago and everybody loved that. And then it was replaced with Siberian fir. So Siberian fir is basically white fir concentrated. So everything that white fir had, Siberian fir has, but in a higher level, except for limonene. Okay, and so limonene we get from all those citrus oils, and I think that's one reason intuitively I went to diffuse Siberian fir alongside wild orange when I first started using it. But I love it like with grapefruit, with lemon, with bergamot, even with lime is really gorgeous. And then if you're trying to do that spicy aroma, Christmas aroma, you can easily diffuse it with like wild orange and cassia alongside each other as well. It's really lovely. Oh, and so back to gift ideas. I was just going to mention, I'm making my husband a beard oil with Siberian fir and fractionated coconut oil. And obviously it's great for the skin. It's great for the hair follicles. And he won't mind smelling it. And also I'm thinking it'll do a little bit of good for his mood, maybe when he's a little bit grouchy too. So there you go. Siberian fir. Does anybody have any questions? Thanks so much for joining and coming along. Yeah. Okay, so if you haven't tried Siberian fir, I do really encourage you to get it. It's fantastic around this time of year, but like I said, it's really just that great mood booster. I'm all about essential oils for your mood and emotions, and it's wonderful for that. So go ahead and try it. And thanks for joining us for Golden Drop, and enjoy your oils, guys.
Can you share your recipe for the beard oil?
I've really just like, I can post it later, but I'm really just thinking I'm going to concoct something with fractionated coconut oil, and then just a few drops of Siberian fir and maybe a drop or two of wild orange, and just kind of go from there.
Are you thinking like in a spray so that he'd just spray it, or would you?
No, I'm thinking I'm going to put it in a pump so that it would just be like one pump, like almost, I'm going to use an old fractionated coconut oil bottle, or even you could do it in like one of your older bottles, like an empty Siberian fir. Like I could just do this. Can you see there's a little bit of oil left?
Yeah.
So you could almost fill the rest of that with fractionated coconut oil and use that. But actually spray top is a great idea, Letha. Like I hadn't thought about that, to be honest. So you could do that, or you can get the dropper lids as well, can't you?
Right.
So whatever maybe that person that you're making it for might prefer. I don't know. I think I would probably prefer a dropper rather than a spray with the fractionated coconut oil, because I'm not going to put any water in there or anything like that. So I'd still want it to be a little bit of a thicker consistency, like a normal beard oil would be.
Okay.
So. Renee, are you still on here? Is Renee's? No. Okay. I think we've lost Renee. So I'm going to stop it there. But thank you guys so much. Oh.
I think we're back. Thank you, Tamara. That was awesome. You did great.
Thank you. You're so welcome. Happy travels.
Well, thank you. Sharon's traveling, so we're going to go ahead and just end right now. And you guys all have a great day.
You too. Thank you,
everybody. Interesting. Very interesting. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Very good. Jeez, very good.
How do I hang up?